Hey guys, it's Kara here, and I wanted to do a video for you on the Fuel Up meals. These are a product that you can purchase out of New York City. They're a prepared food company, and for a long time I've been seeing all over social media people being sponsored by different companies that prepare their food for them for competitions. And I've always kind of wondered about the taste, the quality, and the convenience of it. So I finally bit the bullet and just decided I would try out a week's worth of meals because I am thinking about competing this summer, and I really, sometimes with competing, one less thing to do is worth the extra money, you know, in terms of weighing and prepping your food. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try, see how it is, and I wanted to share that review with you. So like I said, I purchased a week's worth of food, so I bought 10 meals, which I believe is the minimum purchase. And I'm going to give you the full review from purchasing, getting it delivered here, and taste and flavor and all that good jazz. So I ordered it right off their website. Their website is very easy to use. I liked it because when you go in and pick your meals, it actually tells you the nutritionals right then and there. So say you pick 8 ounces of beef, a 4-ounce sweet potato, and 8 ounces of broccoli. It tells you the breakdown, which is nice because for most of us competing or choosing a meal prep service, you want to know exactly what you're getting nutritionally. So number one for me, that's big. I want to know the nutritionals. I'm really not going to want to deal with a company that isn't going to know the nutritionals of their food. So in terms of their website use, it was pretty easy to use. You went through, picked your meat, your starch, your veggie. You could individualize it however you wanted. You could pick 10 of the same meals or whatever you wanted. I kind of got creative and picked a few different things. And like I said, 10 meals was the purchase minimum. The price ranged from anywhere from like $7.99 up to $10 or $11 based on the type of meat you chose. For instance, if you chose salmon, it's going to be a little more expensive than if you choose chicken. If you got Brussels sprouts or asparagus, it was more expensive than green beans or mixed veggies. So the price varies a little bit. I went on the cheaper end and picked all my meals according to the $8 price point. So I picked the 10 meals, 10 order minimum, and then there's I believe it's a flat shipping rate of $19.99. So my purchase total was $100 for the 10 meals. So that was easy enough. I was super excited to get my order, and the one thing I have to say that you guys should be prepared for if you order from them, unless it was a fluke, I was really disappointed in how long it took for the meals to be delivered to me. It took almost 2 weeks. So for me, or for someone who's competing and you're like needing your meals, 2 weeks was a long time. And here I'm thinking this company is based out of New York City. I'm in Syracuse, New York, so it's like a 5-hour trek. So I was thinking I would probably get my meals quicker than someone that lived in Chicago or wherever else. But it took 2 weeks. So Fuel Up, I was a little disappointed with you on that aspect of your delivery game. I'm already paying $20 for shipping and a hell of a lot of money for food. I'm not going to pay for any faster shipping. So be prepared there with ordering. You're going to need to know way in advance when you're going to need your meals or where and those types of things. So that was the one thing I was totally bummed about. So 2 weeks goes by, I get my meals. I've completely forgot at this point what I even ordered because I was just kind of like having fun picking different stuff, what have you. Your meals come in frozen, so they are on dry ice, which it's still freaking winter here on April 5th or whatever day of the week it is. So that wasn't a concern, but for any of you that live in warmer climate, they do send it on dry ice. It's frozen, no big deal. If you're at work, you're good to go when you get home in terms of food safety. So I go ahead and unpackage all my food. The other thing I was upset about was there was not a packing slip at all. There wasn't a receipt, which yes, I could have probably gone back in my email. However, none of my meals were labeled with what was in them. It was labeled with my last name, but none of them were labeled. This is the first time I've ordered from a food prep company. But for me, it would have been really helpful if they had some type of label on it that said, chicken sweet potato peas, or beef broccoli baked potato. Because when you receive the meals frozen and you're looking into a frozen container that's got like cellophane over it or whatever it is, it was kind of hard to identify what was what. And if you didn't put them in the freezer, you had to put them in the fridge with about a 7-day refrigeration shelf life, which is a long time, and that's nice. But I didn't know what I wanted or what to save because I kind of couldn't figure out what I got. So that was the other aspect that I was a little disappointed in. I'm not sure how other meal companies do it. If you guys have ordered from anyone else, let me know. But I think it would be a great addition if they added on there what, you know, just a little sticky label so you knew what the heck it was. Especially if it's going to take 2 weeks to get your meals, you kind of want to know what it is. So those were the two areas I was a little disappointed. I was impressed though that it says online you can keep it in the fridge up to 7 days. Now typically if I'm prepping my own meat, sweet potato, veggie, I'm gonna eat it within 3 days because after that shit's going bad. Bacteria's growing and I'm not gonna mess with eating some old chicken and getting sick. But due to the way that they package it, it actually lasts longer in the fridge. So I really like that aspect of it because on Sunday night I pulled out all 10 meals, put them in my fridge, and I knew for the week they were good to go. And I didn't have to worry about eating 10 meals in 3 days. So it lasted me the full week, which was awesome. And I have to say, spending last week not worrying the night before about what to prep or what I was gonna bring, what I was gonna cut up and cook was so nice. And I really think it was worth the money not having to do it myself and the fact that it lasted the entire week. Because I know a lot of people that meal prep like Sundays and Wednesdays to get them through the week. So it was really cool not having to do that at all, and I just went in my fridge and I said, what do I want tomorrow? Who cares? I'd grab 2 or 3 meals and bring them to work and I was all set. So that was really nice. I like cooking, but like meal prepping on weeknights for work can be a pain in the ass. So that was totally worth it. In terms of flavor, and I've eaten all my meals at this point, but we'll show you a few pictures of what some of them looked like. I was very impressed, especially because the food came in frozen. I was like, meh, I don't know how good this is gonna taste after being frozen. But the things I tried were chicken, I tried their beef, steak, and their turkey burger. Their turkey burger was my favorite. There was some kind of seasoning on there. I got sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, white rice, brown rice. For veggies, I did green beans, mixed veg, broccoli, and I think that was it. My favorite was the turkey burger. Their sweet potatoes always turned out really good. The mixed veg was awesome. It cooked really well. You just poke some holes in it, pop it in the freezer, or pop it in the microwave for like 3 minutes and you're good to go. I also liked the fact that like if you are competing, I could definitely tell that there was no like added oil or anything weird to it. Like it was pretty like bro approved in terms of like the chicken, you know, everything was cooked. It was flavorful, but you could tell it was plain and that there wasn't any like added weird shit to it. Like if you go to a restaurant and it tastes extra good and you know they added something else to it, you could tell they definitely cater to a competitor bodybuilding type lifestyle, which I appreciate. And I also was still impressed with the flavor. And like the chicken, when you cooked it, you know, because it was frozen, it had the little bit of water in there. It kept it nice and moist and juicy and a great flavor again. So in terms of the flavor of their products, definitely Titties approved, totally loved it. I had no complaints about any of the meals that I ate this past week. And every time I ate them, I was pretty full. Like it was great for me to have at work being busy. I popped in the microwave. I had guaranteed lean protein, veggie source, and a good source of carbohydrates. It filled me up. I felt good. I actually think it really helped me stay on track with my diet, my motivation this past week, because I am trying to cut down. So I was very impressed with that. And like I said, they lasted 7 days, so I finished up my last couple of meals today on day 7, and they still tasted just as good, which I was shocked again. I was like, well, these are probably gonna taste a little bit shitty now. The burger was still nice and moist, and everything tasted good. So I was very impressed with those aspects of it. Like I said, 100 bucks, 10 meals. Does take 2 weeks to get here. I'm hoping that was a fluke, but I'm not sure if any of you guys have ordered from them. Please let me know below, because I truly am considering using them possibly during competition prep, if I, at least for some of my meals, to take a little bit of stress off my plate, because I do work 40 hours plus some on top of, the working out and everything else. So one less thing to deal with for me sometimes is worth the money. So that is my review of the Fuel Up meals. I hope this review is helpful for any of you who are looking to purchase it. I liked them, but I did have a few suggestions, so hopefully they'll watch this video and maybe take some of my suggestions. That's it for now, guys. Keep checking back. Please give this video a like if it was helpful, and we will see you soon. Body looks. So you can see how I look. This was on stage with that dark tan. I actually think I looked better in that posing footage than I do on stage here. So you learn a lot through all these competitions that you do. Just a couple days can make a difference depending on what